Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. We're playing Detective Grimoire again today. Sorry the last recording was a little bit pixelated. Like I mentioned, I got a new computer, so I forgot to set some things up in OBS. This one should be a little bit smoother as far as the gameplay recording goes. Now without further ado, let's get back into it. Just starting to get really interesting. Miss Waybridge here. Now, I don't know if there are any more clues to be found in her house. There is, but I may not get that until after I get the last item that I need her to analyze.
The tree? You didn't even have... Okay.
The last item. Is there more than just the 3? I don't actually know. I don't know where I got that number from. For now, let's go. Oh, this goes all the way around to the cafe, huh?
Predictably, a trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside.
Hey, people throw things away at a crime scene.
The glamorous life of a detective.
Gotta do what you gotta
My
do.
favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Ooh. I hear facts. That's pretty suspicious.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
It's a costume sketch. Anything of relevance on the newspaper? Armageddon, my revenge. Ooh, that's kind of suspicious. Seems like a revenge plot. I think that's relevant. Apparently, Detective Grimoire does not agree with me. But okay. These look like designs for a boggy costume. What's going on around here? Oh yeah, it's broken down the pieces. Weird long pants. I guess that's why they were wavy, if they were just long pants.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature
Definitely
here?
not.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burrow's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph, I'm not sure I'm looking at the real body
Definitely
here.
not.
And I think these designs I found in the trash can might be the answer. I'll ask around, see if anybody knows anything about this. Oh, and I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Ooh, chapter 2.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
I don't know. You could try it on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
She's weird, and I'm very confused.
Grass, trees, nothing unusual.
So I'm like 90%
A shipwreck?
sure.
In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side?
God, I'd put a cafe in a shipwreck. I don't know if there's more than one of these games, so I'm like 90% sure that I am playing the first one, so I'm confused as to why I had the option of saying that I knew that little girl.
Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously, I'm not drinking that.
No, that's poison.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much about ships.
It's cool.
There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
I'd do it, it looks fun.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody
I
over.
do have a knife,
So
sir.
you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service.
Can I have a coffee, please?
Well, kind of. You're a suspect too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like. I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
What's so challenging about an old swamp? You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
So, you sit in this boat all day and sell food to people?
I want a
Tourists, I
coffee.
guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too.
Makes sense.
To anyone who is hungry or thirsty. I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp
60
almost
years?
as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So
How
what
long
was
is
his
long?
favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I
Speciality.
can make. The bog dog. He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Oh,
Guess
he
I'm
was
out of luck today.
sick.
Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It
That's
looks
kind
like
of adorable.
It looks well,
I'd
I'll
drink it.
try some later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently.
Suspicious.
I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something
Keeping
strange happen at the
stock,
cafe
then.
yesterday?
You should know.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Hopper sold him a bog dog. Hopper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Now, he would be suspicious normally too, but the fact that he doesn't even keep track of his stock makes me think that he doesn't have anything nefarious planned. He's just not observant.
You're going to ask me about what I was doing last night.
Also,
I
feel
was
like he's
going
too
to.
big to
Were you
be
going
in
to tell me
costume
anything?
in that photo?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton staff. There simply aren't many
I know how
people
that
who would
feels.
choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff? Well, that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
That's great.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure.
Well,
But I
it's
wonder
not that
if they planned
complicated.
things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in a trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps.
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
Well, immediately offhand, I'm suspecting Burl, to be honest.
He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with. You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Not really.
Well, technically, but I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Why?
Which one? The cartoon character or the real creature?
Exactly. He was a friend for many years. If you have any questions about him or his belongings, I may be able to help you.
Challenge start.
I was told Remington left the cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man, His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you. I think it is suspicious. What do you think caused it?
There was green powder
What do
all over
I
the
think caused
dog, and you don't know? That was really loud in my ears.
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
Not intentionally. I have proof it was you that poisoned his food. I doubt. The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick. You left the food stocks outside the storeroom. I can only assume the lockpick one.
The storeroom
I
was
don't
broken
remember what
into
he
with a
said about
lockpick.
what he locks up.
Lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Do you suppose this explains the missing bottles of swamp juice as well?
I think so. A popular drink sold at the cafe in Boggy's Bog has the appearance of strange liquid slime. Harper says a lot of swamp juice has disappeared from his stock recently. I wonder if I can take that to the Weighbridge lady and analyze it in her chemistry set.
I found these designs for a boggy costume. Do you know anything about them?
You're asking me because you can tell I'm experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No, but that's a good reason. Let's go with that.
Good information.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
Yeah, I agree
In
with
the
that.
trash?
On paper.
Oh,
Oof.
how come?
Whoever drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft, my livelihood.
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
I suspect that's not the case. I bet we're gonna find it somewhere nice in his office.
Let's see. First thing we do, then tap.
Let's analyze some swamp juice. And it's green. Wow.
And now,
surprise,
we just have-
surprise. Is everything in the swamp made out of blueberries and flowers?
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my... Was that... This was the exact same liquid.
Were these updated with what was on them? The slime is a mixture of sugar, green food coloring, carbonated water. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense than just blueberries and a flower. Let's go investigate some other places again. Or re-investigate, rather. Oh, hey! You're the person in the banner.
It's a humble
Okay.
gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
Oh my. So many boggy stuff.
Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. It's a map of the swamp. Mine seems a little older than this one, though. It's a framed drawing of Boggy. What a shame, it's not even signed. It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting.
I hear the froggies so close in this area. It makes me happy.
There's really no way to tell, you know? Brightly colored Boggy baseball caps. Is there something behind them?
Oh. Oh, that's an old style boggy head.
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
Or, well, it's maybe not old style, but another piece of a costume, I guess. She gonna make me pay for it. Eee.
It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. There's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside.
Is that from Lady Weybridge?
2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Very confused.
A boggy spot? Maybe I'll get one and surprise Officer James for Christmas. Boggy dolls.
I just realized they're standing in plant pots, basically.
Boggy
That's
doll.
funny.
Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in. You know, not outside.
Headpiece from a homemade boggy costume found hidden amongst the boggy hats in the gift shop has an unusual lining with a red swirly pattern. The red lining was a piece ripped from some curtains. Oh, okay, so that was definitely somebody used that fabric from Weybridge, and I'm going to say that that was curtains in Remington's office. But this makes me think it was almost a setup and that Remington wasn't actually murdered. Confused.
It's a humble gift shop.
No, I already looked.
There aren't many clues over here. But I don't think so. I'm not going to worry about how frail that wooden path looks. Nope. Sorry to interrupt. I can see that you're, hard at work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Oh no, I only just arrived. I know. I was in my office yesterday. Did you miss me? I wonder if these are just options for if you replay.
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your hat I saw blowing through here.
I really like her
You
voice.
spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So, I generally notice magical floating detective hats. Oh, and don't worry, you look better without it.
How do you know?
Oh, I have a good imagination.
That's really suspicious and I'm very confused.
I didn't expect to see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
I hate it. This place is disgusting.
Come on, you don't think it's kind of beautiful?
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get sick of it.
If I wasn't here, I'd be stuck in my office doing paperwork.
At least at your office, you don't have to bring spare clothes every day. It's impossible to leave this place without being covered in dirt.
Challenge accepted. When you have a moment free from your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight.
Why?
Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning. Kind of.
Kind of?
Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
Another part of the
I
costume.
Absolutely do.
A pair of Sally's black leggings. Sally says someone played a joke on her since they are covered in a strange liquid slime. Sally left these leggings in her bag and left that bag in the swamp last night.
I have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear?
And making assumptions is the fun part of being
True.
a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these. These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular. This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, I keep clicking. The water's really clear back there.
The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
I can draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Clever.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before. He made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Dark humor is so good. Okay, I'm gonna double back quickly and analyze the leggings at Lady Weybridge's again.
Let's see. First thing, then tap. And now we.
Again,
Got
the
it.
same liquid.
Now I know what that liquid. I'll write it down. What's going on? That was definitely the same as the other
Yes,
tests.
it was. So I guess that wasn't swamp slime after all. Or not entirely anyway. Unless the swamp juice is literally swamp juice. That's uncomfortable. Oh, there's somebody there now. Stop swamping the swamp.
Ah,
Who are you?
you've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
I'm not a tourist.
I always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a detective, not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running around, spending their parents' money, you know.
Well, you know, it's not every day I visit a swamp full of such unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking,
I
this
think that's
place
illegal.
is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your service.
That's a pretty cool name. Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Why? Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose? Why? Because you're a good swimmer? Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you at a wall? I have to click that one.
Why? Because you'd bounce if I threw you against a wall?
What? No. Because I always come back. Again and again, until my job is done.
What's your job?
You're protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting you involved.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it
Not
was...
thought, felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this area was kept as a natural habitat, right?
Right again. And that precise word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal
For
rights.
Boggy.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. assuming he'll keep to himself and let us walk around with his face on our t-shirts.
Well, I agree. I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective, I never had an academic calling in life. I was never even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
Like yourself? You seem a little suspicious.
You're protesting, right?
I certainly...
You seem a little suspicious to me.
You come here every day.
Yes, I do.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about one of those days. What were you doing yesterday evening?
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting a tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he?
Bring
I don't
your
think
own
the meager
food.
contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat.
They're gonna help.
Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get cold at night?
Well, I came prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What kind of sounds?
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
So sassy.
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone
This
wearing
dude
it?
is so suspicious.
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Are you now? I somehow find that hard to believe.
This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp
Yeah,
creature.
not the cartoon.
The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course.
He's so suspicious.
He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees
Does
with your
he?
protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will.
Suspicious. That's motive.
Ah, yes, Agent Folder. A good man.
You know him?
We get on rather well.
Fellow boggy
And we shared
enthusiast.
a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to protect.
Protect is the wrong word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost. The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Okay. Still 2 more hints to find here. Oh, that's his tent, eh?
I'm impressed someone managed to pitch a tent here. And I'm impressed someone would want to.
Oh, that lock.
It's a colorful, boggy-themed padlock. He's staring into my soul. It should open if I set the right number.
What would the right number be? I don't think I have anything with a number. Oh, did that girl give me a key? I haven't looked. Lockpick. That girl that showed up. She mentioned something about a key. My memory is bad and I'm tired. It's actually getting pretty late. Okay, I'll check up here one more time. See if I have the key.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
I mean, that doesn't look very complicated, but I'm going to save that for next time, so alright, we're going to leave it there for now, because it's getting pretty late. I am very curious how this is going to go. I feel like there's not much more game left, so the next episode may be the last one. I'm honestly very... I feel like I'm going to be surprised no matter who the suspect ends up being, or who the murderer ends up being, unless it's Echo, because that's, I mean, he's pretty obvious, but then I'd also be a little surprised that they went that obvious, so guess we will find out soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.